by a show of hands, who knows what this jersey represents? Okay, a few of you. By another show of hands, how many of you are fans of the Utah Jazz? Alright, we got a few. Now, how many of you are fans of living in Utah's economy? Okay. Now, I wonder if I told you that the Utah Jazz plays a big part in Utah's economy. Having been a fan of the Jazz and other sports all of my life, and also living in Utah all of my life, I propose that NBA super teams are ruining small market teams like the Utah Jazz, and that impacts our state's economy and many other states as well. So what is a super team? For those of you that don't know, in the NBA, it is a group of NBA All-Stars that go to a certain team to have the very best team and the very best players. It hurts small market teams, so All-Stars don't want to go to that city or that team. This will lead to fewer attendance and will hurt the economy that surrounds that team because players don't want to go there and compete. I will first discuss more in depth what a super team is. Howard Beck, in a Bleacher Report article online, said that the ratings for super teams went through the roof during the playoffs, and ticket sales were at an all-time high. A super team consists of 2 or more NBA All-Stars on one NBA team. These teams go on to dominate the rest of the league. For example, the 2016 Warriors went 73-9 to finish with the best all-time regular season record. However, they did not win the NBA championship that year. They lost to another superstar team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. After that season, they added superstar Kevin Durant and went on to win the title very easily, only losing one game in all the playoffs. Now let me tell you about small market teams like the Utah Jazz and other undesirable places. Small market teams get the short end of the stick, plain and simple. No one wants to go to a small team if they are in an undesirable city with no nightlife, unless it is Cleveland, and they have one of the best players to ever play the game in LeBron James. Then people will gravitate and go to where the good players are and also to where the enticing cities are. In 2010, LeBron James decided to take his talents to South Beach and went and joined already all-star Dwayne Wade in Miami. They then brought in Chris Bosh, arguably one of the best power forward players at that time. The others guys wanted to go and be a part of the super team, like one of the best three-point shooters of all time, Ray Allen. My point for this is that no one wants to go to Utah or Charlotte or other undesirable cities. They want to go where the big stars are. They want to go where the big lights are, big cities. Now, you're probably wondering, how does this tie into Utah's economy? Well, let me tell you. The Jazz have an impact on Utah's economy. When the Jazz are in the playoffs and they're having a winning season, they attract way more fans and they buy way more tickets. Sales tax is added onto those tickets and goes to the state and federal government, which helps our economy. When the Jazz are doing good, people from all over the state, all over the country, fly in and to watch the game. So that means they have to stay at hotels locally, they have to buy local food from local restaurants, and they also enjoy shopping around town. And that helps small businesses such as those in Salt Lake City, which is a big city but not around the country. Brittany Johnson on Good For You Utah said that an estimated $3 million went into that state during the time the Jazz were in the playoffs. People that normally wouldn't be in Salt Lake would be there buying merchandise, supporting local bars and restaurants, and other businesses. If a super team or some all-stars came to Utah, then the economy would be very different, and our team would be a lot better, and businesses surrounding the stadium and in other areas would be positively impacted. Now let's review, why are super teams bad for small market economies like the Utah Jazz? Super teams are when 2 or more all-stars come together on a team and dominate the league and make it harder for small market teams to grow and excel. Small market teams are impacted negatively by super teams because no one wants to go there and would rather join other all-stars. No teams have the patience anymore to be able to draft players and to be able to start their young players sooner. The Jazz have an impact on their economy. When they're doing good, they bring in the money. But when they're not doing good, they're not so much. Small market teams are such as the Utah Jazz and their state's economies are being impacted negatively by super teams. Super teams will be around for a while, so you must either adapt or die. We must start recruiting players to Utah so our team will be better and our economy will be better. I'm Emmitt Pigott, and go Jazz.